If you're hunting for those life-changing gains, you need to understand this. Right now, we're seeing an almost perfect alignment across multiple metrics and asset classes. And this exact setup historically only shows up right before alt season kicks off. It's like clockwork. The signals are here again, and while it's not shocking, it is absolutely reason to get excited. In this video, I'm going to walk you through insights from 10 different XRP chart analysts, including one who put it bluntly, XRP wants higher. He lays out his reasoning, and honestly, I have no reason to doubt it. Whether the next big move happens today, tomorrow, or next week, the odds are stacked toward it being sooner rather than later. Every respected chart analyst I follow is convinced that this market cycle will see XRP absolutely melt faces. Most of them even believe double-digit prices are on the horizon for XRP. And what blows my mind is that right now, XRP is already trading well above $3 before the real mania has even begun. That's wild. Just imagine starting from over $3 instead of 49 cents, and yet plenty of people are still gripped by fear. Think about it. Everything is aligning. Bitcoin dominance levels. Ethereum smashing through major resistance today. XRP's chart structure looking primed. Altcoins heating up with several already breaking out, and a few hitting brand new all-time highs this cycle, XRP included. On top of that, gold's weakness, the constant climb in global M2 money supply, and crypto's historically strong correlation with that data, close to 90% over the past decade, are all adding fuel to the fire. This is the ideal setup, and it's happening right now. But let me be clear, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't have a background in finance, and nothing I say should be taken as investment advice. This is just my personal opinion and passion for discussing crypto as a hobby. As I'm recording this, exactly 6:30 p.m. Central Time, Friday, August 8, 2025, XRP is sitting at $3.29. Earlier today, it peaked at $3.37 according to Live CoinWatch. Bitcoin's price is $116,890, mostly moving sideways for now, but according to the analysts I follow, that calm won't last much longer. Bitcoin looks ready to blast upward, but here's the twist. Its dominance in the market is likely to drop sharply at the same time. That's just the way the current market structure is set up. Honestly, I'm struggling to find any chart analyst who thinks the Bitcoin dominance chart is showing real strength right now. And we know what that usually signals. This is the classic end-of-cycle setup that tends to appear right before alt season begins. That's part of the broader confluence I've been talking about. So yes, Bitcoin's price may very well go parabolic, but its dominance percentage will fall, setting the stage for altcoins to take off. That's exactly how the rotation works. Take, for example, this recent post from chart analyst Don. He points out that Bitcoin dominance is on the verge of falling off a cliff, currently sitting beneath a major apex formed by two long-term uptrends, the 12-month RVWAP and a strong support zone. This same area gave us the bounce a few weeks ago that temporarily crushed altcoins. But here's the kicker. For the first time in this entire cycle, a pullback in dominance hasn't been followed by the usual sharp V reversal to the upside. Don's cautious with his words, which makes his observation even more significant. Typically, when dominance dips like this, it rockets right back, but not this time. It's staying down, and that's exactly what we'd expect to see as we approach the euphoric phase of a cycle. That's the window where life-changing wealth is made. His takeaway? We could be on the verge of this shift happening much sooner than people think. And if you're holding XRP, that's incredibly bullish news. Here's a take from Swissblock. They specialize in high-level on-chain analytics. On your screen, you can see their Bitcoin dominance chart, and they're very much in agreement with Don's outlook. According to them, Bitcoin dominance is sitting at a pivotal moment. It's currently testing the boundaries of its long-term rising channel. Those are the yellow lines you see on the chart, but volume is fading and momentum is clearly weakening. The key area to watch is the support level, marked by the red circle on screen where my cursor is hovering. If that support gives way, it would mark the first real breakdown in over 2 years, And that could be the spark that fully ignites alt season. That's just one more example. And honestly, I could fill an entire video with nothing but reputable analysts saying the same thing. The consensus is loud and clear. Bitcoin dominance looks weak. If you're an altcoin enthusiast, that's music to your ears. If you're a diehard Bitcoin maxi, well, let's just say you won't be celebrating. I came across a post from chart analyst Mikey Bull Crypto showing an Ethereum USD chart. His take? Ethereum has broken out, retested, and now has price targets between $6,000 and $10,000. Right now, as I'm recording this, Ethereum is trading above $4,000, and that's after being down near $1,400 just a few months back. When all the Ethereum is dead chatter was making the rounds. We saw the same nonsense with XRP last year, as if a temporary drop in price automatically means the asset is finished. That's just emotional investing at its finest. When ETH was $1,400, I said it would rip higher, and here we are. If you zoom out and look at the ETH-BTC pair historically, whenever that chart finds a bottom, it's almost always right before a major reversal. And sure enough, it happened again. The exact same pattern played out with XRP-BTC last year. Markets find bottoms, then they reverse. If something's undervalued, the market eventually corrects it. This is especially bullish for XRP holders, because, historically, when Ethereum takes off like this, it's the spark that sets off alt season. That $4,000 level is key. So if ETH can hold it and push through, we could see fireworks. We still haven't hit a new all-time high for ETH this cycle, but I think it's coming. And if Mikey Bull Crypto's $6,000, $10,000 target plays out, here's what that could mean for XRP. If ETH hits $6,000 and XRP reaches the same market cap, you're looking at roughly $12 per XRP. If ETH makes it to $10,000 and XRP matches that market cap, you're talking about $20 per XRP. There's historical precedent for those kinds of moves, so no, it's not wild speculation. I saw a post from chart analyst Mustache, #altcoins, where he says, I know it sounds crazy, but I think Ethereum is headed for $10,000 or more. He points out that ETH is trying to break out of a right-angled descending, broadening wedge that's been forming for over a year. And as he puts it, Ethereum is the mother of all alts, which, if you're holding bags, you know exactly what that means. Send it. Honestly, I'm not even sure why he thinks $10,000 is such a bold call. From what I've seen, plenty of respected chart analysts already share that view. When you think about it, $10,000 is only about twice the peak from the last cycle, which was around $4,900. So it's not some outlandish moonshot. Here's one from chart analyst Crypto Wizard. He's looking at the Ethereum chart and basically says, we've seen this before. What do you see? Because to me, ETH has the exact same setup it had in 2017 and 2020 right before it went parabolic. This time isn't different. Get ready for liftoff. And honestly, that's just one of many examples I could share. I could easily fill an entire video with analysts saying the same thing. And not just any analysts, but the ones who actually know what they're doing. That's why this matters so much if you're holding XRP. So, let's shift gears and focus solely on XRP for the rest of this video. Sound like a plan? Absolutely. Back to Crypto Wizard, this time looking at XRP. His post simply reads, XRP wants higher. Too crazy to be coincidence. And he points out that XRP has been surging since its breakout, up about 48.41% from his July 14th call. His words to the bears? Sorry, higher to go. See you at $4.50. Now, to be clear, he's not calling $4.50 the cycle top. Far from it. He believes XRP has way more upside, but he's confident that milestone is coming soon. And what's interesting is he says the current move looks a lot like 2017. If you remember, back in 2017, XRP had a huge run-up. I think it kicked off in March or April, maybe May. Then it consolidated for months before blasting off again. That second pump wasn't unique to that cycle either. The same pattern happened in the cycle before it. there's clear historical precedent for what we could be about to see. Chart analyst Aquaflow shared an XRP USD chart and had a pretty clear message. Ethereum's hit $4,000 and held it. Now it's your turn. XRP, we're counting on you to break that golden resistance, which sits just under $4. His rallying cry, join the breakout. Let's wrap up this cycle on a beach, not stuck behind a chart. And honestly, picturing a scenario where XRP doesn't get there feels almost impossible. In fact, I wouldn't be shocked at all if we see double that price action before it's all said and done. Chart analyst Greg Crypto dropped a post this morning around 11:08 a.m. saying, XRP, keep piling on that leverage, and the market makers will keep having you for brunch every single time. You really think a 12-cent drop is going to scare any true XRP spot holder? Only the high leverage crowd is sweating. Don't use leverage, it'll kill you. Market makers will eat you alive every day. At the time he posted, XRP had just dipped about 12 cents, though it's climbed a bit since then. And honestly, I'll never understand the obsession some traders have with leverage. You could literally just buy XRP dollar cost average over a few years and end up with life-changing gains, all without gambling your account away. But no, some people insist on playing crypto hero, pretending they're some kind of market sorcerer. And yes, I know there's actually a chart analyst out there called Crypto Wizard. Not talking about him here, but the reality, they're just torching money. If the potential for 1,000% gains in crypto isn't enough for you and you feel the need to juice it with leverage, something's off. Seriously, find a support group. There has to be one out there. Chart analyst Galaxy posted last night that XRP breaking above $3.30 again is a very bullish sign, signaling the uptrend has resumed. Structurally, he's feeling confident, and that's a theme I keep seeing from other analysts as well. Take this afternoon's update from Ali Martinez at 1:38 p.m. Central. The last two times the MVRV ratio flashed a golden cross, XRP skyrocketed 630% and 54%. Wow. That same signal just triggered again. Seeing something this powerful line up at exactly the moment it makes historical sense, alongside all the other bullish confluence, is pretty incredible. Then there's Zoom, who posted last night that XRP's 5-wave downward structure is complete, with $3 and 80 cents $4 targets on lower timeframes. His view? It's just a matter of time. FS Crypto chimed in this morning saying flat out, XRP2, $5 is imminent. And Bark took it even further this afternoon at 12:38 p.m. Central, saying XRP is about to go on a historic pump, with $10 coming very soon, and that next week will be one for the books. CW is calling for XRP's Phase 4 rally to start in earnest, with the top of that phase sitting at $21.50. Now, I'm not saying we'll hit that exact number, but it's far from a wild fantasy. A lot of respected analysts are projecting this cycle's top somewhere between $20 and $30. Casey Trades offered a technical breakdown this morning at 10:20 a.m. Central, noting XRP's pullback toward $3.22 support after a run to $3.38. She identified that zone, which lines up with the 0.382 retracement level, as a strong multi-degree support and a critical backtest. Her take? The sharp dip could have been a trap to shake out weak hands and lure in shorts before the next breakout, a liquidity grab to fuel bullish momentum. And as of now, the market has respected that $3.22 level, bouncing exactly where she called it. In fact, after the rebound, she simply posted one word: perfection. With so many analysts independently pointing to major upside and critical support holding firm, it's hard not to feel optimistic about XRP's trajectory. That said, I'm not a financial advisor, and nothing here should be taken as investment advice. Just my perspective as someone who's been following this space for a long time.